Hi, this is Tamara from mooglyblog.com, and in this video I'm going to be demonstrating the half double crochet stitch. I will be using Lion Brand Hometown USA and a furls hook. Let's begin. Okay, so to make the half double crochet stitch, you need to be working into either a chain or another stitch. You need a stitch to work the stitch into. So I'm going to work into a series of chains first, and I like to work into the back hump of the chain, but if you prefer to work under the top 2 loops, you can. It's totally up to you. Now, the turning chain for the half double crochet is a little bit of a topic of contention. Some patterns will say to skip the first 2 chains and work into the 3rd chain with your half double crochet, counting those first 2 skipped chains as the first stitch of the row. I find that this leaves those edges a little wonky, and I don't really care for the look it gives. I find it's much better to just skip 1 and work a half double crochet in the next stitch, counting that stitch right there as just a turning chain. So let's do it that way. If you prefer to skip 2 and count those 2 chains as your first half double crochet, you can do that too. It's totally up to you and or the pattern you're following. So to make a half double crochet, we're going to start by yarning over, and that's from back to front, of course, over the hook, then inserting the hook into whatever stitch you're supposed to work that stitch into. So we insert our hook like so, yarn over again, pull that loop through. At that point we have 3 loops on our hook. So what we're going to do is yarn over again and pull through all 3 of those loops. When you're pulling through several loops like this, it can be a good idea to turn the hook down towards your work, and then pull up as you pull. It makes it a little easier for the hook to slide through. Like so. Let's do it again, because that was our first half double crochet. We're going to yarn over, go to the next stitch, insert our hook like so, yarn over, pull it through, then with 3 loops remaining on the hook, yarn over again. This is a big yarn, I have to keep pulling some up. Yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's our second half double crochet. Let's do it one more time. Yarn over, insert our hook in the next stitch, yarn over again, pull that loop through the stitch, just the stitch. Then with 3 loops on our hook, we yarn over and pull that through all 3. If you look at the top, we've got our nice V there, and that's where we'd work our next row of stitches. So let's do that. I'm going to chain 1, because that's what I said I like to use for the half double crochet. That gives me the height I feel is necessary. It's a little bit shorter and can make your ends a little tight if you find that to be the case. What you can do is just pull up a little extra on that loop, and again on that one there, and that should give you enough space for that half double crochet. Since I'm not counting those turning chains or the turning chain as a stitch, I need to work back into that first one. So I'm going to insert my hook under both of those top 2 loops, pull up my loop, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 again. So let's yarn over, go to the next stitch, go under both those loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over again, and pull through all 3. One last time. Yarn over, insert under the top 2 loops of the next stitch, and those can try and hide, so if you need to use a stitch marker at the beginning of end of each row to help you find your spot, or just count your stitches, that's always good advice. We yarn over and pull through all 3, and we've finished our half double crochets. So that is how you make the half double crochet stitch. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you continue with your crocheting, and thank you so much for watching.